Luigi's going to be on for about an hour before doing a special Thursday stream, and then we will be on. And Thursday, there are special drops. You're going to have silver packs, every drop from 5 drops from the affiliates. And then the 90-minute mark, you're going to get 2 silver packs. So we're not giving you standard packs on Thursday. No, we're giving you silver packs. It's not a new set of drops for every affiliate. It's still 5 maximum, but it'll be silver on Thanksgiving. And man, I can't even keep up. There's so much going on in new tournaments and new things coming to OOTP. Just dropping about 10 minutes ago, Rich Grisham dropped this in the Discord. The Perfect Point Autumn Sale is now on, up to 30% off of Perfect Points. So kind of like their Black Friday special. And that'll be going on until next Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern. So if you're planning on getting any kind of Perfect Points, that'll be next Tuesday. So I'm just going to hop over to their website and see if they've got any other kind of sales currently on right now for the game. So there's their autumn sale. So it looks like the game, if you're looking to get a second copy or a first copy or a third copy or a 7th license, you can get it now for $19.99. I believe that, whoops, we're not in Uruguay. Let's go to US. Yeah, $19.99 American if you want to get the copy. And let's see if FHM is on sale as well. I know it just came out. No, they don't have a sale going on yet anyway. Who knows what'll come, but understandable. They had a sale last week for the first week of release, and maybe they just don't want to put a second one on right now. All right, what's going on in the chat? Free turkey sterns for everyone on Thursday. But, you know, that would be pretty cool if they up the because turkey sterns, let's face it, he's not meta anymore. He's still good, maybe at the lower levels, maybe up till gold, maybe he's good up till silver. That'd be kind of funny. That'd be like a nice little joke if they up the pull rate on turkey sterns just for Thursday packs, and whatever his pull rate is, like if it's like, I don't know, what's he, a perfect card, say he's 0.5%, they up it to like 2% pull rate for turkey sterns. Everyone's pulling a turkey. If I was in charge of packs, that's what I would do. Because again, he's not a meta card. He's kind of basically almost at quick sell price, I think, right now. Give everyone some turkey, some opportunity for turkey. And maybe do that with Snuffy too, because there's no guy named Stuffing, but Snuffy's kind of the closest to it. Turkey and stuffing on a Thursday afternoon for Thanksgiving. So if you guys are traveling over the next couple of days, if you have relatives, friends coming in over the next couple of days, travel safely. I don't know what the roads are like, if you're getting any rough weather, snow in anywhere in the United States. But I always think of, Thanksgiving movies where, it's snowing like a blizzard out and people are traveling to get to their destination on Thursday. But it's pretty mild up here in Edmonton right now. We're getting some pretty decent weather. We are... let's see if I can find, let's do a quick lap weather. It's been a while. Somewhere on here, we got the weather app. Oh, maybe we don't. Maybe I took it off this page. I got so much. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Here's some weather for you. We are at 1 degrees. Yeah, it is 34 degrees Fahrenheit. I saw some of you guys asking what your weather was. Heath Dog, good to see you. And in North Carolina, it is, 54 degrees. We're 20 degrees cooler. So 1 degree Celsius, but we're still above zero. We're still above zero for the next few days. Maybe tomorrow, getting the coldest at -4. And around the world, let's see who I get to be jealous of today. Today, I get to be jealous of, where's a U.S. city here? Where's the first one? Miami and Orlando at 83 degrees. So Miami or Orlando, there you go, 83 degrees. Well, let's move on here. We have Babe coming up in Washington. GT Sundown has given me a name he wants me to import to be a teammate. We'll get to that a little bit later. And as well, you'll have a form to fill out in just a little bit. If you missed it yesterday, big thank you to the subscribers last week. I missed Heath Dog because it was a Prime subscription. If you subscribe by Prime, please try and do it when I'm streaming on stream because then I get the notification. For some reason, Twitch doesn't like to give me Prime subscription notifications like they do the other subscriptions. So try and do it when I'm on stream because then it posts it right there on Twitch and then I can add you to the next week list. So thank you again, and a special tribute coming out during the commercial breaks for those of you that have subscribed last week, and of course the followers, and just for you guys for watching, for viewing, a huge shout out and thank you. Way too many to name. I'd be here all day if I tried to read off 111 people right now. So if you're new to the channel, for the last 29 weeks, Babe has toured America and Canada, and he's appeared in The Matrix, which means his 1927 version is touring around in 2023. He's been on every single team so far. Here are his home run totals. His personal home run total in 1927 was 60. He had 60. Yeah, 60. 60. That was his best. In The Matrix, he's beat that in Pittsburgh with 64 of all places. He's tied it in Cleveland, and that's it. He hasn't hit 60 at any other stadium. Today, he is going to Washington. He has not won a World Series on any team. It's incredible. It's unbelievable, actually. He's not won one World Series because his ratings in 1927 were pretty good. He's made the Final Four 4 times, and he has never made the World Series. So that's the best he's done. So the Cities with Stars, we've given him special teammates. Roberto Clemente, we gave him Ichiro, gave him the dead ball pitcher, the dead Christy Mathewson. And in Toronto last week, we gave him Dave Stieb. This week, you'll find out soon who we're going to add. Before I send the form out, this is the ballpark he's going to play in. Very, very hitter-friendly for BABIP, for home runs. So keep that in mind. Personally, I think he's going to hit over 40, probably over 50. But is this a week where he could hit over 60 in this ballpark in the National League? So again, if you're new, I will post the link to this Google form. You put in your perfect team name, your Twitch name, how many home runs he's going to hit on Washington in the regular season. This does not include the playoffs. And then you will progress through the rest of the questions. And this is Survivor style. So when we go and look for a winner, you have to get this first question right to move on. If you get it right, you're still in. Then we go to question 2. How many RBIs will he get? How many hits will he get? How many runs will he get? Will he win the National League MVP? And we got to change this one because Dave Stieb is gone. Dave Stieb is gone. His teammate today is Pedro. You know who I'm talking about. Pedro Martinez will be the pitcher for the Washington Nationals. As we're bringing him over, we're going to look at what his best profile is. Yeah. Pedro Bourbon. All right, Fuss. You know, it's an appropriate name. You're fussy. Fussy Mucker. Yeah, need to add a Y to your name. Fussy Mucker, just for you, Pedro M. So how many wins will Pedro M get? And without going over, so that's important. And then tiebreaker 2, what is Babe Ruth's final WAR this season? To the 1 decimal point. All right, so as always, that is what we do each week. This will not be the final Babe in the Matrix. There is going to be a grand finale next Tuesday. So we will have one more Babe in the Matrix next Tuesday as kind of a final wrap up. And then my new series for Tuesdays, I hope you guys are ready to get involved because it's going to involve chat quite a bit in the next series. And I think I'm going to enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoy it too. So that'll be in 2 weeks' time. Okay, let's send out the form here. Let's give you guys a little bit of time. Don't need to collect your email. I don't need to know that much about you. I just want your answers. So let's post it in the chat a few times. For some reason, when I see other streamers do it, it automatically shows up like 5 or 6 times. Here I have to copy and paste it a few times. I don't know. Maybe there's some sort of doohickey, some widget. In school, we used to call things with no names widgets. So I'm going to pin that. So GT Sundown, has anyone seen GT Sundown? Again, he may be here, he may not be here, but at least he's given me Pedro as a name. We can pick out the best Pedro. So there's the forum there. We'll leave it up for about 20 minutes. It's pinned. Good luck. Who Trying to Ball has won the last 2 weeks. So you know what? Try to take him out. Try to defeat him. You know what, guys? Let's go back and do our contest for the second set of 5 packs. You know what? Before we do that, let's do an early bird. You guys are here early. You guys came and supported me at the beginning here. Let's do a drop. Let's do 5 packs. Exclamation enter, exclamation ticket. Put it in the chat. We'll give you a couple minutes to do that as I get the next thing set up here. And yeah, let's see who our first winner of the day will be. All right, what am I looking for here? I'm looking for, let's go. And like I said, just a little bit frantic trying to get things going for today. I think I'm all set. I don't know how long I'm going to go. I want to respect Dr. Dynastic, who usually comes on around 3 p.m. Eastern. So I may go a little bit longer because I start a little bit later, but we're not going to go overly long today. And let's go to, yeah, let's use this one. Okay. 1 more minute, and then we'll do the draw. In the meantime, if you want to get in on today's bounty, the bounty is ready to go. It is ID 92. ID 92. Let's see if I can put that in the chat. Perfect Draft PD 92. Again, if you want to participate, no one was entered already, so anyone can get involved here. And do you guys want to do a deal or no deal, or do you just want to do a straight draft? Don't draft your team yet. I'm going to leave it up to you guys. I have one in mind. Do you guys want deal or no deal, or just a straight up draft? This is double elimination. So whoever knocks me out of the tournament, not whoever beats me in the first game, but completely knocks me out. Want to do a straight one? Just a straight up draft? Deal or no deal? All right, we'll give you 1 minute. Put 1 if you want straight draft, 2 if you want deal or no deal. We'll let you guys decide. In the meantime, I'll do the draw for the early bird 5-pack special. Closing in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's close this puppy. 24 entries, it looks like. 24 entries. And SPCDI got in just in the last moment here. All right, 5 packs go out to Minerva, who I saw here right at the beginning here, talking about some of the cards that came out today. Minerva 9398. And I think Minerva, that is your PT username as well. I think last time I gave you packs, that was the one. That is lucky. Yes, congratulations. Well, hey, always like when my community wins some packs. Okay, what do we got? Ones or twos? We got, looks like we have a few more ones. So let's go standard draft. Draft whoever you want in today's bounty. We'll save the idea I have for Thursday when Charles is on. Okay, so we are in Minute Maid Park, favoring right-handed BABIP and right-handed home run hitters. So, guys, I don't mind if you draft lefties, and we have 2 cards every round, it looks like. Okay, let's I'm just going to speed run this. Clemente. Do you like Langford? Do you like Salas? Langford, oh, that's the tournament Willie Mays. Let's go Salas. Crow Armstrong and oof. If you remember, let me know who your perfect drafts were. Who are your 2 picks? Mine were Clemente and Salas. Heat Dog is in. Cedar writes. Fresh on his victory yesterday. I remember the team name. The Hartford Dark Blues are in. Who else did I see is in here? Remember, declare that you're in. Wayfinders are in. Not Todd is in. The Show are in. Who else did I miss? We're playing in Minute Maid Park. Oh, for Babe Ruth? Yeah, I showed you a little earlier. I'll put it back up if you need it. Let's do that now because some of you are filling out the Babe Ruth form. We are playing in Nationals Park. Hitter friendly. All way around except for triples and Babe Ruth. We don't have to worry about triples. 12 responses so far for Babe in the Matrix. The form is pinned in the chat. So if you're just dropping in, go fill that out. Go fill out the form. Okay, let's get back to it. Lawler, let's go with the future legends. Let's go for pretty art. Yeah, I'm not getting a lot of good selections this round. So hopefully you guys, your draft is going a little better. I'm glad I didn't have a deal or no deal on this one because there's really like 2 cards maximum good for each round. Not having to make a lot of tough choices. Boom Boom Beck, tournament Boom Boom Beck. Still love that card. Got my 2 catchers. I need a 3rd baseman, George Kell. One of my favorite cards from OOTP 23 was George Cal Silver. I played that card on one team until the very end. Loved George Cal Silver last year. I mean, he wasn't overly special, but he always did well for me, even in diamond leagues. In the what do you call them? The regular leagues, the perfect draft, the perfect leagues. What else do we got? We got 3 pitchers. Mickey McDermott, and I can't pass on Matt Williams. I forgot to check handedness. This is a right-handed favored park. Ooh, I should have been drafting righties. Now you tell me. Connie Rector. This one's for Dick Shot Dugouts, who I'm probably going to come up against if I get past the Hartford Dark Blues. Connie Rector and Neil Allen. Since we have a Pedro in the Matrix, how can I not take a Pedro? We got to take a Pedro. And Tanaka. 8, 9, 10 pitchers. Are we in 2023? Yeah, we're in modern environment. So need 12 pitchers. And is this a best of 3? Oh, no, it's double elimination. That's what it is. 8, 9, 10. And I get 2 cards left. I guess they both have to be pitchers. Woody Fryman. Well, Lefty Gomez. Okay. Let's do some strats here. Can't believe how fortunate you guys have to have beaten me time and time again in these drafts. On stream, I think I just rush it. I don't take my time. I don't look at handedness of players. I just kind of go through it quickly. Webb, Beck, McDermott, Rector. It's pretty bad when Connie Rector is your number 4 guy. But hey, I kind of like my hitters. Babip looks good. Power, Mickey, you need to be in for lefties. Ooh, or do you? Sure. We'll put you in instead of Salas. Because you're number 2 on the list. How can I not put you in? Salas, you can be my number 1 pinch hitter. That way they're rested. Not every 5th game. And what else do I want to do? Not every 5th game. Something Izadafo taught all of you guys, because he said it on stream, is when you go into strategy, one thing you should probably do is go to your player strategy. No, where is that now? Let's see, bring over a player. Oh, under actions, go to clear all player strategies. That way it sets them all to neutral, because he said that OOTP sets some funny strategies automatically for players. And especially if you want to turn your base running low and stuff like that, you might want to re-evaluate and clear all your player strategies. And then from there, any ones you want to change, go change. For instance, Brandon Webb has really good control. I want him to pitch around more. Who else? 92, Boom Boom Beck. You can pitch around a little more. So there are certain sliders that I hear are effective that you want to kind of play around with. I think in terms of overall, your stealing bases is one of the important ones to tone down. For your pitchers, a larger hook tends to be the going rate. And for your shifts, a lot kind of consider moving your shifts all the way up. Kind of those bottom 4 all the way into the blue, or very close to it. That's the word kind of going around. All right. Let's see if we want to adjust any runners here. Speed, unless your speed's kind of like over 100, you don't want to crank your speed up too much. So even like a guy like Eric Davis, you know, if you want, move him up a little bit because he's in the blue. But unless their speed stealing is over 100, yeah, you don't want to mess around too much with it. We'll just move him up a little bit. I got to try something. You guys are beating me left and right here. All right, we have a break coming up here, guys. Back in 2 minutes, and then we'll import Pedro into the matrix. See you in 2. And again, special tribute during the breaks for those that have been supporting the channel. Thank you. Thank you so much for continuing to support the Ham. All right. Yeah, the mute is still working. Like I said, guys, I'm a little flustered today. I'm surprised I've got the right hat on. I'm surprised I got the shirt on, that I put my pants on. I'm shocked. So yeah, again, thank you to those that are supporting the channel. As you saw during the break, we had Heath Dog, North Carolina, fan of the Durham Bulls, the Atlanta Braves, David Justice, Fred McGriff. Who else was on there? Bill Spaceman Lee, and Chipper Jones, of course, who played for the Durham Bulls. And that was the little bobblehead you saw on the screen there. That was a Chipper Jones Durham Bull bobblehead. And internet underscore expert, again, a big fan of the Mashers, the Bombers, the Adam Dunn, the Joey Gallo. We had a big fan of the St. Louis Cardinals and a fan of the Seattle Mariners, like many of you in the community are. So yes, thank you guys again. My little thank you. I can't give you, I can't give you a lot of physical things, can't give you all these other things, but every once in a while, pay you a little bit of tribute and a shout out for you on the channel. All right. We have 18 responses in Babe in the Matrix. Babe back in the Matrix in Washington. 18. We'll give you 5 more minutes to get your form in. Let's see if I can. Is it still in my paste? It is. So it is pinned, but once again, there it is right there. All right. What's going on here? Oh, Out of the Park Developments came in. Thank you, Out of the Park Developments. Thank you, Spore, for bringing the crew over. I'm going to have to watch the replay a little bit later and check out those cards. As an iron and bronze and gold tournament player, I'm sure there were a few in there that I'm going to have to add to my team. And then more cards coming out tomorrow, guys. And then all these new tournaments that are in there. I entered the was it the one that kind of, it had a funny name. It wasn't Trick or Treat because that's Halloween, but it was like an April Fool's kind of name. Dr. Dynastic is here. Jeff Steele Flex, of course. St. Louis, Seattle gang. Yeah, it's funny that there are a lot of you that like St. Louis in the National League and then Seattle in the American League. So I like Seattle because, of course, Seattle's close to Canada. And if it wasn't for the Blue Jays and Expos, I think Seattle would be my next favorite team. Cub fan Steve, good to see you. Pranksgiving, yeah, that's the one I entered, the Pranksgiving one. So for those of you that are unaware, we're waiting 3 more minutes here for Babe in the Matrix form to come in. For those of you unaware, there are new pop-ups in the quick drafts now, or in the perfect drafts, not quick drafts, but perfect drafts. I think there are 4 of them. There's a 1 and a 2 and a 1 and a 2 where you don't have to own the cards. You get to select cards from the draft. And maybe we'll show that quick here. For those of you unaware of these perfect drafts, well, actually, we'll show that a little bit later. We'll get Babe set up. Okay. So here we are. Babe is sitting in free agency. We go to the reports and info, free agents, and there he is. In fact, we don't want these other free agents. We want to get rid of them. We want to delete them. You're not Babe. Delete players. Babe is alone. However, GT Sundown, I asked him because he's my Montreal Expo manager, and I asked him to come up with a Montreal player of the past. Now, there's a lot to choose from. Vlad Guerrero. We've got Cromartie. We've got Carter. We've got the Hawk, Dawson. So many good ones. I mean, when you look at the Washington lineup, they need a lot of help. So I set him the task. Pick me a good Expo player that you think is going to help Babe win a ring. He hasn't won a ring yet, guys. It's embarrassing. He hasn't won a World Series. And pitching is where GT Sundown decided to go. He said, let's bring in an Expo pitcher from the past. And as we saw last week with Dave Steeb, sometimes pitchers don't import with those juiced up ratings. Dave Steeb was like a 2.5-star player. So we've got to go in and hopefully we're going to get a player that is capable of fitting in here. So free agents, we want to get rid of all these pitchers as well. Let's delete them. And we're going to go into the the actions, import historical players. Going to go into the database. And this is how you bring players into your franchise. You type in the first 5 letters of their last name. Martinez, Martin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First 2 letters of their first name, and usually it's going to be 01. Unless there are players with the same 7 letters, then it might be 02 or 03. So we'll try this. Now we got to go over and take a look at what Pedro's best year was. Baseball reference. Because I don't know offhand. I'm sure it was with a different team. It wasn't with the Expos. But let's find Pedro. There he is in all his beautiful glory. He's got the Boston Red Sox hat on there. Okay. No, it doesn't have to be the best year he was in Montreal. We're going to just bring in his best year. Because Babe came in as a Yankee and he's didn't come in as a Washington National. So we'll bring him in as where are his stats here? Come on, Pedro. So you guys are more analytical than I am. What do we think is his best year? Put it in the chat. Oops. Let me zoom out a little bit. What are we looking for? What was Pedro's best pitching year? 99 with Boston. All right. 99 seems like, no, it doesn't have to be a Montreal year. Nope. As long as he played for the Expos, we're going to bring him in. But we'll check 97 and we'll check 99 and then we'll check 2000 just in case it imports the previous year. I'm not sure how that works with the importing. Okay, we'll check those 3. Pick one of them. All right, so Pedro Martinez, we're checking out 1997. Import. Now, again, this is where I might need to use, Pepper Martin has the same 5 letters. Well, Pepper, as much as I'd love to bring you in, we got to go back to the baseball reference and find out his code. It is 02. All right. So close. He is an 02 guy. All right. And we want to look at pitchers, all players. So there's Pedro from 1997. Let's check out his 99. And we'll check out his 2000. All right. So we got 97, 98. We might as well go with 98 too. and have four years in a row. Okay, Pepper Martin. So here's what we have to choose from. We'll go to all pitchers and we'll look at the pitching ratings. I'm thinking it's a pretty obvious choice. I'm thinking it's this one here. And he should import fairly well, much better than Dave Steep. So here's the 28-year-old Pedro Martinez. That one doesn't come close. There's the 27-year-old, and that one's not fully developed. Whatever year he pile drive Don Zimmer. Yeah. No, we don't want violence in our game. No violence. Pepper Martin should be expected to be fragile since he's 93. Yeah. You know what? He's still got game in him. Plus, he's still got some game in him. So I think, guys, it's obvious, right? We got to bring in Pedro from his real life stat, 28-year-old, 23-4, the 1999 version of Pedro. Good. So we want to get rid. Sorry. The other Pedros we have to delete. All right, now we got to put them on Washington. And again, I'm going to close off the form in 1 minute. So you got 1 minute to finish filling out that form. Go to editor, Babe, Majors. And I'm sorry to do this, Babe, but you're in Washington. Pedro, welcome back to the league. And just double check it's the right one. Yep, it is the right one. Editor. And on Washington. Good. So let's check out where they've put Babe here as we go to the Washington Nationals. Babe hitting third versus the lefties and the righties. See what kind of teammates he's got to work with here. Well, he stands out, that's for sure. Candelario, Garcia, Ruiz, and Dominic Smith. Where do they put Pedro? If they don't put him as number one, there's going to be a riot. Pedro will be the number one pitcher. And it's not, oh, Mo, Babe. Pedro, can we move? Can we put the settings back to 1909 and dead ball? Oh, Pedro, second best guy is, let's compare the two top Washington pitchers. Yeah, it's pretty close, right? GT, I think you made a good choice because if we didn't have Pedro in there, I don't care how much offense you have. I don't think a Vlad Guerrero or Andre Dawson would make that much different of a team. I think if anyone's going to give you wins, it's going to be Pedro. Can he pitch every other game? GT Sundown, you made a great choice, but unfortunately, I think his stamina, we'll keep an eye on it. I think his stamina is going to be not too great, though. What is his stamina? Only 70. So they're probably going to have to go to the bullpen quite a bit. You know, I would be so tempted. We're not going to do it, but I would just be so tempted to give Pedro the inflation that he deserves for 2023 and boost up some of these things here. But no, we can't do that. Even stamina. Boost up his stamina to like 80, 90. No, we're not going to do that. Nope. Because you guys have filled the form out based on the criteria we set. So let's go back and close the form off. There we go. We have 33 responses. We'll give you another 15 seconds. Babe Pedro 2023 Nationals. Again, there will be one more Matrix episode next Tuesday, a grand, spectacular finale coming up next week. And who trying the ball? I don't know if you're in this week to try and there you are. Yeah, you are in. All right. Who trying the ball? Winner of the last 2 weeks. He's going to be trying to repeat here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we are closed. All right. 33 entrants. We will create our little spreadsheet there. And you know what? It is time. Minerva won the first contest. So as we go off to our break here before we start the Matrix, let's go and do one more giveaway for you guys to enter while we're on our break. So 5 packs on the line, exclamation enter, exclamation ticket. Back in 2 minutes' time. All right, we are back for game number 1 of Babe in the Matrix. There you see the lineups, but of course we're going to make our draw for 5 packs here. Let's find out who our second winner is going to be. As soon as I can find the right screen, there we go. Okay, bring that up. All right, first winner was Minerva, and our second winner closing off in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, And 5 seconds for the delay. We are closed. 43 entries this time. Good luck. 5 standard packs going to the one, the only, the great Enron 1408. Enron 1408. Congratulations, Enron. And we will get those packs to you. What I need you to do, Enron, is to send me a whisper. If you can click on my name there in the chat, and it should give you the option to send me a Twitch whisper. Let me know what your perfect team username is, and we will get those packs sent off. Wait 24 to 48 hours. Sometimes you get them same day, sometimes a day later, but they will arrive in a timely manner. Congratulations, Enron. And again, we will be giving away 10 packs for the Babe in the Matrix contest. So whoever is the best guesser will win the 10 packs. Let's kind of check out what you guys are thinking. Remember, Babe is in a hitter's park, Nationals Park. Favor, very good for home runs, very good for BABIP, and very good for doubles. So expect Babe to have a lot of hits, probably a fair number of runs. Home runs, if I was to guess, I would say 50 to 59. Let's see what you guys think. The most popular response was 50 to 59, followed by 40 to 49, and 2 people are predicting 60 or more. Let's find out who those 2 people are this time. Who is predicting 50 or more? Oops, wrong one. Sort. Warbot and Tim Hortons double-double. Oh, you're my new favorite name right there. Tim Hortons double-double by .. Todd. Cheers. All right, so those are the 2 that predicted 60 or more. So if Babe does break 60, it's not going to be long to figure out who wins. RBIs, the majority are picking between 120 and 149. Hits, looking like 175 to 199. Runs, 100 to 119 runs. Will he win MVP in the National League? For Washington, 70% of you think yes. How many wins will Pedro get? Our lowest guess is 7, and our highest guess is 19. Let's go. Having some faith in Pedro on Washington. I'm thinking 14 or 15, just because of their offense. And Babe's final war, we've got everything from 4.2 all the way up to 10.9. All right. And in our predictions of whether Babe will hit a home run in his first game, it is exactly 50-50. Incredible. 20,100 Hound Biscuits on yes and 20,100 Hound Biscuits on no. Statistically, what are the odds of that? And it's 9 people putting their Hound Biscuits in the pool. And we've got an exactly 50-50 split. He's playing at home to the Atlanta Braves. So let's get to it. Welcome all in. If you're new to the channel, Laptop Hound, glad to have you here. Thanks for the follows a little bit earlier. Let's shout those out quickly. We've got Uber Rees who followed. We have .. Todd. Was that the Tim Hortons guy? Let's see. Was that Mr. Tim Hortons? Yes, it was. Thank you, .. Todd. We got the Bigga 00, and we have context sensitive 25. Thank you. And Pops Dongoria, go San Jose, go San Jose. Thank you so much for gifting out the 5 subs. And for those of you that are recipients of the subs, you got all those emotes now that you can use in the chat. Pops Dongoria. Amazing. Thank you for those gifts. Okay. Babe, Washington, up against Spencer Strider in this first game. And Pedro Martinez on the mound for Washington. Let's see. Yeah, little game theory, figuring folks would go big with their guesses. It is dangerous. What was dangerous? Did you go for under or fewer at bats? Doesn't get to face Nats pitchers. All right, GT Sundown is a thinker. I think I have one of the best GMs in online leagues. He thinks things through. Babe doesn't get to play Washington and feast on their pitching. All right, there you go. There's Pedro Martinez on the mound. Let's watch his first inning here. And Pedro, I hope it's not the Washington atmosphere, Pedro, but gives up a hit in his first appearance. Michael Harris, the second for the Braves. Slow grounder. They get the runner at second. Fielder choice. Austin Riley. Here goes the runner to second. He is safe. 1 on, 1 out. Pedro with the pitch, and it's just outside. Matt Olson, cleanup hitter. Pedro, 1 out. That one's driven to first. Over to second for 1. Fielder's choice. Runners are now in scoring position at third and first. Ozzie Albies. Come on, Pedro. Get out of the inning, buddy. Oh, the ball gets away from the catcher, and the runner is safe. A wild pitch by Pedro Martinez will bring in the first run of the game. Oh, Pedro, what are you doing? Get it under control. What is his? All right, he's got 55 movement. Look at this, a circle change, a fastball. He's got 5 good pitches and then the changeup. And according to his profile, he's a decent teammate who loves chili dogs. Who would have thunk? Pedro loves chili dogs. All right, what's our catcher like here? He's decent. He's average. And his profile, he fishes in the off season. All right, 3-1 count, lined up the middle. What a grab! Oh, the Washington National shortstop saves a run there. What a grab by Mr. CJ Abrams. CJ with a fantastic defensive play. All right, we're going to watch the Babe Ruth at bats. We're not going to watch the whole game. We'll jump in from time to time. CJ attempts to bunt and then fools everyone and singles into center field off Spencer Strider. Dominic Smith strikes out. Here we have it. Babe at the plate. Breathing in the fresh Washington Nationals air. Look at all the Expos fans in the crowd. It looks like capacity. We got about a 60% capacity stadium, which is unfortunate for Babe and Pedro. But I see a lot of red, white, and blue, which could be Expo hats and uniforms. All right, here we go. 0-1 pitch, and Babe Ruth lines that into right field. That is going to be a single. Runners hold on second. It is 1 out, 2 on. Watch another batter here. That one is lined up the middle. Is the runner going to attempt coming home? He will. See, who is that coming home? That is CJ with the tying run. Babe Ruth on second base. Strikeout for out number 2. And Calendario, huge pop-up into right field, actually into first base, and that will do it. All right, let's jump ahead to the third inning. 1-1 game. We go to the bottom of the third. Babe Ruth on deck. Dominic Smith strikes out. Here he is. Second at bat. He's got a hit already on the game. And that is a unintentional, intentional walk. That one was way outside. Strider on 4 straight pitches said, I don't want any part of this guy. He is not going to ruin my stats today. All right, let's jump ahead to the 5th inning. Pedro still in the game in a 1-1 game. Okay, he's settled down. Let's go to the bottom of the 5th. And we've got the bottom of the order. Rolls up at the plate, and he will strike out. Strider and Martinez in a pitcher's duel. That is one smart AI pitcher walking the babe. Strike out number 2 for Strider. 8 Ks on the day. Wow. It's almost like he's a good player, Spencer Strider. That one is going to be dropping into center field. So that will bring up Babe Ruth with a runner on. Let's take a look at Strider, his stats here. He is no Pedro, but he's good for a base game modern environment. That's for sure. All right. Strider, Ruth. Ruth lines that one up the middle. That is going to be his second base hit of the game. Runner attempts to go to third, and the Nationals are feeling some confidence here. 1-1 game, 2 out. Ruth on first, Smith on third, and that one is driven into center field. That's going to be that is going to drop. A lazy play by the center fielder. Who is that for Atlanta? That is Michael Harris II. Man, with his speed and his ability and his range, you got to dive for that. You got to move on that ball a little bit quicker, Michael. You're a little bit mesmerized there with Babe on the base paths. Garcia at the plate. Oh, that one is driven into left field. Well, Washington will score a run. It is 2-1. Pedro still in the game. Let's jump ahead to the 8th inning. And look at this. 8th inning. Did we miss a Babe Ruth at bat? We might have. Bottom of the 6th. Calendaro strikes out. Dickerson singles. Ruiz strikes out. Robles will single. We'll have hit by pitch. Dominic Smith will single, and then Babe Ruth takes a walk. So in the at-bat that we did not see, it was a walk for Babe Ruth. 2 walks and 2 singles for Ruth on the day. Pedro still in the game with 7 strikeouts, 3 walks. Let's give Pedro a little bit of attention here. Oh, just over the outstretched arm of the first baseman. And we'll see what the manager does. They keep him in a 3-run lead game. First out, runner moves to third. Ozuna at the plate. Takes a ball low for the walk, and that will be it for Pedro. Pedro is done. After 7 1/3 innings, he gives up 5 hits, 1 run. He's in line for the win, and he turns it over to the bullpen. Scary. Hunter Harvey comes in the 8th. All right, 1 away, runners on first and third, and just like that, it was dangerous off the bat. And Hunter Harvey comes in, gets the fly out, throw out, and the Washington Nationals escape a potential dangerous situation. Good call by the AI manager in taking Pedro out of the game. All right, let's jump to the top of the 9th. Babe Ruth is the next up if Atlanta can tie it. Okay, Hunter Harvey still in the game. It's a 5-1 game now for the Nationals. Again, just past the first baseman. The first baseman for Washington, who is that? That is Dominic Smith. He's having a rough time, just missing a lot of those plays. Easy fly ball, one away. That's going to bring up Ronald Acuna Jr. with one on, 5-1 game, and Acuna Jr. flies out to center field for the second out of the ninth. Michael Harris II, who made a key defensive, I'm not going to call it an error, but poor judgment earlier in the game. And he strikes out. And for those of you that were giving Pedro some love with the wins, there it is. Pedro Martinez, his first win of the season. He is your player of the game. Babe Ruth will go 2 for 2 with 1 RBI, a couple walks, batting 1,000 for the season so far. Nice. That's a great start for Washington, especially up against Atlanta. So let's sim ahead to the end of the first month. Again, for all the new players to OOTP, you can pick up the game if you don't own it now. It is back on sale for $19.99 for 1 week only until November the 28th at 1 p.m. Eastern. And Perfect Points on sale, 30% off. You can get those until November 28th as well. So pick up the game. Not only can you play Perfect Team, but you can do fun things like this. Import players into any team that you want. Man, this is such a comprehensive game. Let's check out the standings after April. Washington, 15-12. You heard me right. This deserves a bigger lap. 15-12. Should have went to Vegas and placed some bets. Outstanding. Not only that, but can you see here? Can you see Atlanta's record after April? I think that first game flustered them. When in a base game in 2023, have you seen Atlanta go 8-21? Incredible. 8-21. Let's take a look. They took both games against Atlanta. Washington won both. They got swept by Tampa. They swept Colorado. Curious to see how Babe did in Colorado. They did lose game 4 against Colorado. So they're very streaky, this Washington team. Win a few, lose a few. Win a few. In fact, they won 3 in a row, lost 4 in a row, and recently swept the Pirates. What are we thinking for Babe and his home runs in April? Let's find out. He's got the little hot streak. He's on fire. Babe with the hot streak. He's got 9 home runs, projected to hit 54. So there's your first kind of target. Babe Ruth with 54 projected home runs. Couple multiple home run games, 2 against Baltimore at home and 2 at home against Pittsburgh. So the National Park is treating Babe Ruth well. Pedro, how many wins does he have? Well, Mr. Martinez is currently Do you guys see it? Remember, Washington has 12 wins this month. Can you see how many wins Pedro has? Wow. Let's just say that Pedro is on pace for 30 wins. 5-0 in the month of April for Pedro Martinez. Now, his ERA definitely doesn't reflect a 5-0 start. ERA is sitting at 4.69. He's already got a 1-4. Whew. All right, let me check the chat here. What's going on? Callan, okay, thank you for the pronunciation help here. Cal Candelario. Caldelario? Caldelario. That's what I'm going with. Candelario. Name's tough. Names be tough. By the way, in case you notice, you got your first badge problem fixed. It was a setting you needed to change. And Twitch actually helped. Well, congratulations. There, I see it on your name. One of the founders, Cubs fan Steve, my very first ever subscriber, subscribing for 13 months. And he's got that little first beside his name as one of the founding members on my channel. Thank you so much, Cub fan Steve. 141 pitches. No wonder he had arm trouble. Yeah, let's look at Pedro's pitching stats. Game log. So yeah, the first game we watched was 141 pitches. He had 131 pitches, 10 strikeouts in one game. There was one game he only went 4 innings, gave up 7 earned runs. Ow, that's why the ERA is so high. He had that one bad outing in a loss to the Angels. All right. Well, I think you made a good choice there so far, Sundown, bringing in Pedro in, because that's probably at least 4 more wins that they would have had without Pedro. Like I said, you can give him you can give him the Hawk, you can give him Guerrero, you can give him Hubie Brooks. I don't think it's going to make that huge of a difference if you don't have the pitching. All right, let's go to the end of May. Hey, I was drafted by one of the best. Playing in Wichita, AA. All right, after May now. Now we got two months in the book. Washington is 500. All right, still better than we expect. They're tied with the Cubs for the last playoff position, wild card position. So Cub fan Steve, no offense, but we want Babe to get there. So come on, Washington. Dodgers, Brewers, Mets are leading their division. Rays, Twins, and Angels. With the Rangers and Astros, Padres, Diamondbacks as other wild card contenders. So Babe right now projected to hit 53 home runs at the end of April is now projected to hit 58. Mr. Tim Horton, and I forget who the second person to predict over 60 was. Usually it's Pops Dongoria, but I don't think Pops went over 60. Charles was the other one. So Charles and Tim double are kind of starting to look pretty good. Projected to hit 58. He had 6 RBIs, 2 home runs against the Dodgers in Los Angeles. Sorry, Dodger fans. Or should I say fan? Sorry, Dodger fan. We've got 3 RBIs against Detroit. Sorry, who trying the ball? It was an 8-7 victory. In fact, they swept Detroit. So Babe is babing. He's got a 358 average right now. So at the end of May, hitting 358, 53 walks, 46 RBIs, and Pedro 7-3. We'll be back in 2 minutes to continue on the Matrix. Thanks for watching. We are back. Hope everyone's having a wonderful Tuesday. Again, so much going on in out of the park baseball, new tournaments, new perfect drafts, new cards that came out today, sales going on for the next week on the game, on the perfect points, EVC's Guess the Set contest going tomorrow at 10:45 a.m. So you're going to get to guess your set, and then immediately after, Twipt will be on to show you which cards, so you'll get some instant gratification to find out whether or not you predicted well. Before we go back to Babe in the Matrix and find out if you made the All-Star game, as I like to do on Tuesdays, let's give a little love to the two Canadian baseball teams. Well, one of them, kind of, the Montreal Expos. Let's go to the Twitter site here. Good news, UP and Taylor Swift are still hanging out. So, get your UP bobblehead and your Taylor Swift tickets if you can, because they might be a thing. Travis Kelce, you might be yesterday's news. I'm sorry, buddy. But UP, man, he's got the red hair. Let's take a look. Oh, I flashed his name up here. Anyone know who this is? If you didn't see his name, all cards are live. Nicolino with the breaking news. So there you go. If you don't own the game, go grab it for $19.99 because all cards are live. Your perfect points. Go get those meta iron, meta bronze. Woo. Thank you, Nicolino, for the update there. Open those packs. We'll open some packs a little later to end off the stream. But come on, baseball fans. Who is this guy? Who is this Montreal Expo? You know, I don't even know his name. Just call him Mr. Stash. Yeah. you guys are John Mustache. See, I didn't know him either. And ooh, spoiler alert. You're running some tests on it. It's almost available. A new quick draft, something that the community has been asking for in terms of the criteria. Ooh, can't wait. Keep us updated there. Well, something L. Well, that's good. Underdog's looking for the clues. It's like an escape room. Look for the little clues. Look for maybe a signature on the bat. This is a guy I don't know I don't know of him. Tim Blackwell. Have you guys ever heard of Tim Blackwell? Yeah, we gotta look on baseball reference. Tim Blackwell. Because now I'm curious. Oh, you look at the mustache there. That's for me, that's like 6-8 months of trying to grow one. He probably does that overnight. Okay. So he played in Boston. He only played 16 games in Montreal. Oh, no, he came back to Montreal in 1982. So he played a total of 29, 39, 45 games. So that's, I understand why you guys didn't know him. He played with the Chicago Cubs. So here's the synchronicity. Mr. Audit, Warbot. We've got the Expos GT Sundown. Cub fan Steve. Do we have any Angels fans? Probably not. And sorry, Nicolino, he never played with the Mets. You never got an opportunity to have Tim Blackwell on your team. So there he is. What else do we got going on here? Potential Expo owners scouting land for stadium. Ooh. Right from the Montreal Expos Twitter site. Carissa Thompson is reporting that Shohei Ohtani will be signing with the Montreal Expos. Well, thank you. I don't believe it, but thank you for that. You guys want to see a 1981 Montreal Expo schedule? Remember those little booklets you would get with the schedule. I wonder who their sponsors were. There's Olympique Stadium. I've never heard of this beverage before. If you live out Boiled Egg, I don't know if you're in the chat today, but I know you're kind of in that area. Rally E from O'Keefe. And who's this on the calendar? 1981. We have no clues on this one. He does not have a mustache. And everything's in French. Oh man, I miss the Expos. Miss that team. All right, what else do we got going on? Oh, if only. Otani. If only. Second best mascot ever in Major League Baseball. Keep on saying that. The maestro. And talk about facial hair. This one's for you, Heath Dog. Bill Spaceman Lee in his finer days. Because, man, did he get gray and get old. You've seen recent pictures or later pictures of him. Here he is, Bill Spaceman Lee on the cover of Hour. And it's free, by the way, a free copy. Afterhours.com. Don't know if that site still exists, and I'm not going to test it on stream because you never know. If I type in afterhours.com, we could be censored very quickly here. So feel free to do that on your own, chat. I'm not typing in afterhours.com. And on Baseball Weekly, Total Baseball Weekly. I don't know if that site still exists. This is from the year 2000. There is a Vladimir Guerrero Sr. with Cito Gaston on Going Back to Toronto. And here's a picture I showed last week. The two redheads, the great Rusty Staub and Youppi. I got to get myself a Youppi doll. If any of you ever come across your Goodwill and find a Youppi doll for like $2, hook me up. Send me a DM. You can't find those around Canada unless you live in Eastern Canada. Okay, there is a little bit of Montreal Expos love. Again, Sporer did a Montreal Expos series, I think in OOTP 23, he did one. And so he was sporting the hat. I know Sporer gives a lot of love to the Canadian teams. Well, it is time, as we do weekly, crank up the volume. Crank it up as we are going to go and share a little bit of Dave Steve love.
Has been the signature of this organization for a glorious decade plus.
It's the last inning. Our guys are winning.
Elon, come on, Elon. Come on, Elon. Let's try this again.
Has been the signature of this organization for a glorious decade plus.
It's the last inning. Our guys are winning. Dave's put down a smoker, a strike, and you got no doubt. What do you want?
Dave Steve.
Let's play ball. Okay, Blue Jays, let's play ball.
We're talking about right-hander Dave Steve. Dave Steve. Dave Steve. Steve.
Steve.
Dave Steve. As you notice, Pedro. Dave. Again, the memories of baseball and what could have been a perfect game. You know, if he was 6'6", Dave Stieb would have got his perfect game. Just. All right. Moving on. All right. Who trying a ball? Who is this guy? Inform us. You're the Detroit Tiger fan here. Spore, you're a Detroit Tiger fan. Who do we got sitting next to Dave Stieb? I don't know if this is at an all-star game. Probably. Who is that? Someone that passed away? Willie Hernandez. Hey, good chat. All right. You didn't get the Expo, Tim Blackwell, but you got Willie Hernandez. There you go. How we used to dream of Stieb having Willie as his closer. Could you imagine if the Blue Jays in the 80s had Willie as the closer instead of the hand grenade brigade? That's exactly what it was. The Blue Jay bullpen hand grenade brigade from 79 to 95, pre-Tom Henke. Likely would have turned the tide on a few Cy Youngs and Stieb maybe into the Baseball Hall of Fame, having an elite closer. Because Stieb took so many leads into the ninth inning, or one-run leads, or tie games, and then the bullpen just fell apart so many times. Also on this day, November 19th, retro MLB lists, honor roll. So some of the best players of the 80s. You can agree to disagree, but they have chosen for the National League best hitter or best most valuable player of the 80s, Mike Schmidt, and for the AL, Wade Boggs. Best managers of the 80s, Tommy Lasorda and Tony La Russa. And then the best pitchers of the 80s, Oral Hershiser and Dave Stieb. Did he really? Oh, okay. So that is probably why on Twitter they posted that. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Willie Hernandez. Again, what a great card when he came out. I know Warbot wanted to use him as a starter. I don't know how that experiment went, using him as a starter. The internet rude. Oh, those were the days, Fussmucker. When you'd get the daily paper, you'd wait for the paper boy to come, and you would just go to the sports section and pour over box scores. And I would have a little notepad, and for my favorite teams, I would write down some of the statistics and keep track of it. That was how much of a geek I was back in the day before the internet. I just loved to keep track of baseball games. Those baseball scorebooks. Remember baseball scorebooks where you got a single, you draw a line to first base, you watch it on TV, and you be your own scorekeeper and keep stats. Yeah, I was a teenager with a lot of time on my hand. Yeah, those were the great days. So I don't know if you guys would agree or disagree with any of these. I know Dave Stieb has a lot of naysayers out there, but you can't argue his numbers as being the best American League pitcher in the AL in the 80s. So personally, I would probably agree with all of these. I mean, Mike Schmidt, how can you go against him? Wade Boggs, and those two managers are legendary managers. All right, what else is going on in Dave Stieb land? Okay, so again, that was just the votes for the best players of the 80s. Hey, we are all for Dave Stieb re-award season. Explaining the inexplicable Stieb being robbed to the 1982 Cy Young, losing to Pete Vukovich. And look at those baseball cards. Man, those bring back the glory days too. Yeah, Vukovich won the Cy Young of the AL over Stieb in 1982. Still a lot of bad memories about that one. Gausman, of course. And I showed this picture last week of some of the older players and the looks. So there you go. There is our Dave Stieb and our Montreal Expo look this week. let's head back to the Matrix. Find out how Babe is. All right, we're at the All-Star break. He's got to make the All-Star game, right? He's got to be a starter. The National League All-Stars, Starling Marte, Michael Harris II, Pete Alonso, Babe Ruth in left field, Arenado Newt Bar makes the All-Star game, JT, Spencer Steer, and Lindor. Justin Verlander is your NL starter. So again, we're not going to play out the whole game. Let's find out if Pedro made it. Pedro Martinez, what? No Pedro in the All-Star game. All right, we'll see you next episode. I'm out of here. I can't handle it. No Pedro in the All-Star game. I guess there must have been more well-deserving players. All right, let's sim out the entire game. Look at the box score like it's an old newspaper. All right, the National League, Babe Ruth. 2 at-bats, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, 2 left on base, no hits. And this would be won by the American League 3-0. Very low-scoring game. Carlos Correa is your player of the game. Brandon Woodruff takes the loss. And Mr. Cortez will take the win for the American League. All right, let's go to the end of July, and then we'll take a quick look at his updated stats. And again, Dr. Dynastic, if you're still here, I DM'd you a little earlier, should be done in a half an hour, no later than a half an hour. Maybe even sooner, but let's gauge for 1 o'clock Eastern or 1 o'clock Pacific time. All right, moment of truth, August 1st. Babe Ruth, projected to hit 58 last time we looked. He's down to 53. So unfortunately, Tim Horton double-double and Warbot, you're in for a little bit of an uphill battle as Babe Ruth needs to pick up the pace. Multiple home run games. Last one he had, it's been a while, was against Houston. Oh, no, he had one against St. Louis in St. Louis. Sorry, internet_expert. Babe Ruth had 2 home runs. Or that's 2 RBIs. 4 RBIs against Colorado. Another 3 against Colorado. Both games at home. And he didn't have a good series against the Mets, losing 3 of 4 games. Let's check out the standings. The Washington Nationals are just under 500, and they are 1.5 games out of the wild card, so they're still in it. Cardinals, Braves, Phillies, Padres have the best wild card position right now. Dodgers, Brewers, Mets still lead their divisions. Angels, Twins, and Orioles leading the AL. And Pedro, let's check him out. 9-9. So after going 5-5, Pedro, I said 14 or 15 wins. I think that's probably going to be pretty close. 6 runs he gave up to Colorado, 5 to Chicago, 5 to Philadelphia. Man, he's given up a lot of runs. I wonder if they still got him as their number 1. But yeah, look at his ratings. Remember, he had some blue, I think, in both stuff and control. So OOTP has him on the decline a little bit. And maybe it's just because he's exhausted. Maybe they're pitching him too much. Yeah, he's pitching well over 130 pitches, 120 pitches. And in the modern environment, so I'm wondering I'm wondering if the game has just adjusted him to his 1999. Let's take a look at some of these other pitchers, how much they're pitching. Cole Henry. So Cole Henry is pitching under 100 pitches. Of course, he's got a lot less stamina. Gray has 55. Is there anyone with stamina similar? No, Pedro. Look at the stamina on the Nationals. Man, it's low. Mackenzie Gore is the closest, and his pitch count is, nothing over 110. So they're really working Pedro. Maybe a reason for his poor performance recently. All right, last break is up, guys. We'll be back to finish off the Matrix. Stay tuned. Back in 2 minutes' time. All right, welcome back in. Hope your Tuesday again is going swell, as us Gen Xers like to say, swell. Good to see you. Don't forget, Dr. Dynastic will be coming up next. Don't know what he's going to be wearing. I'm waiting for the onesie choice to come on, his selections for what he's going to come on. Maybe, well, not that I want that. Okay, let's just stop that right there. Just end that conversation, rewind the last 30 seconds, pretend it didn't happen. All right, welcome back in, guys. We are here, Babe in the Matrix. We are now on September the 1st. Let's, oh no. Is there a Twitch option where you can have a 30-second delay and then you can just go and just like rewind 30 seconds? By the way, please be kind and rewind. Yeah. You know what? If it's Seattle Mariner logos all over it, I'm sure you'll have a few fans. I won't be one of them. I'm just going to say that off the bat. I will take my window and slide it down just so I'm still getting the drops, but so I can't see the screen. No offense, Dr. Dynastic. I'm sure you look great in a onesie, but all right. Yes, his Halloween outfit. Yes. The Count Dracula. The Count, wait for 2024. The Count will be back. Kind of like Dracula Arnold Schwarzenegger. He does a good combo. If Arnold was ever bitten by a vampire and it was an animated show, they should hire Dr. Dynastic because he would have the perfect voice for an animated show. And then he could wear a onesie and no one would even know because it's animated and they wouldn't see him. All right. Okay. Dr. D, I've got 20 minutes to get through here. Like, now, hey, if it was coffee cups, I might just slide the screen up a little bit to see the top of it. Okay. I'm not going to lie. I like to be transparent. All right. Babe Ruth. Let's go. September 1st, Babe Ruth in the Matrix. He is currently on pace for 49 home runs. Oh no. We may have eliminated all those that predicted 50 or more. He is now dropped to 49 with just over a month to go. And in terms of our pitching, Pedro, who was 9-9, is now 12-10. So yeah, I'm still thinking 14 or 15. Although he did have a really good month in August, picking up how many wins in August did Pedro have? 1, 2, 3, 4 wins in August. And he's brought down his ERA under 5. All right, well, we're going to sim. Where's Washington in the standings? Still under 500. Now they're 4.5 games out of the wild card. So even with Pedro, it's going to be tough for them to get into that wild card. Much better than they would have done without Pedro, I think. So let's sim a couple weeks. And then we're going to slow play it out because his home runs were right on 49. So about 30% of you predicted 40 to 49, and we had about 40% predicting 50 to 59. So yeah, we're right on target. September 16th, we've got the Washington Nationals are now 7.5 games out. Yeah, it's all but done. GT Sundown, you did your best to bring Babe a championship. Every single team in Major League Baseball and not one World Series ring. Pedro, 14-10 with a couple weeks to go, and Babe Ruth is sitting at 43 home runs, projected to hit 47. Well, it's starting to slip away for those of you between 50 and 59. Plays a couple more in Milwaukee, 3 against the White Sox, 3 at home to Atlanta, couple in Baltimore, and then finishing off the season in Atlanta. So 6 games against the Braves, who are currently 2 games back. After starting the season 5-21, they're now 2 games out of the division lead. So the New York Mets, Nicolino is doing his best to keep the Mets in first. But I don't know. Those Braves you can't count out the Braves. All right, let's go a little bit less than 1 week. Let's go to the 22nd. So we don't have to worry about the playoffs now for Washington because they have not been eliminated officially, but they're getting close. 6.5 out of the wild card. All right. So they lost back-to-back to Milwaukee, 1 game 3 against Milwaukee. They swept the Chicago Cubs, And they won their first game against Atlanta. So they're on a 5-game win streak. And let's check out Babe first. Babe has 45 home runs. He needs 5 more to break the 50 home run mark. And Pedro is sitting at 15 wins. So it looks like he's going to break my projection of 14 or 15. All he needs is 1 more. And he'll probably get, where is he in the rotation? He just pitched. So he'll be 5th man up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. So he'll probably get 1 more start. All right. Babe Ruth, 45 home runs. Here they are at home to Atlanta. A 7-1 victory. And Babe Ruth does not get a home run. Still at 45. Game 2 against the Braves. A 5-7 loss. Home run by Babe Ruth, number 46. 4 more to break that 50 mark. With 6 games to go. Game 3 at home to Atlanta is a 5-3 victory. Babe Ruth, no home runs. Next up, they head off to Baltimore for a 2-game set. Baltimore is leading they won. Yeah, they've won. I'm going to give it to them. Lap gives it to them. The AL East over Toronto. So 2 games against Baltimore, and their park is really favorable to Babe Ruth. So for those of you that predicted 50, he gets 2 games in Baltimore. Game 1 is an 8-3 victory. Babe has 46 home runs. Did he hit another one here? He did not. He would go 3 for 5 with 1 RBI, but it was a double, not a home run. Game 2 in Baltimore, a 4-2 victory. Garcia and Robles with the home runs. Babe goes 2 for 5, 2 RBIs, but no runs. And look at Washington's last 10 games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They're 9-1 in their last 10 games. They were 6.5 back, right around here. Let's see where they are in the wild card. Well, they're too far back. Even going 9-1, they've been eliminated with 3 games to go. They're 4 games back, so they cannot get there. Game 1 against Atlanta at home is a 9-4 loss. Babe Ruth will not hit a home run. He's still at 46. So it's looking like the 40 to 46 crew is going to take this. Game 2, 2 games left. And 4 home runs out. Losing 11-5, Babe Ruth does hit his 47th. Too little, too late. 1 game left. He needs 3 home runs. Not impossible. They've got Cole Henry going up against Spencer Strider. Okay, it's impossible. I was thinking maybe they got Dylan Dodd. No, they get Spencer Strider because the AI is not smart enough to bench Strider for the playoffs. If they're in the playoffs, let's see. Atlanta, yeah, they're a wild card. All right, final game. We need a big score. It is 5-3. Babe Ruth. Oh, Babe hits 2 home runs, which brings him to 49. You know, if there was a play-in game, that would have counted because it's still, I consider it the regular season, but Babe came that close to breaking the 50 mark. Look at his game log. You know, he went 4 games. He went 8 out of 9 games with only 1 home run. All he needed to do was hit 1 somewhere along the way. He gave it a good try. He had 5 RBIs. So Washington won 5-3, and he had all 5 RBIs. He went out with style. So Babe, 343 average, 49 home runs. Pedro, 16 wins. Very good season for Pedro. 5.5 WAR. GT Sundown, you picked a great player. Again, I don't think there was any other player you could have picked which would have propelled Washington in. I mean, we'll never know, because if you bring Andre Dawson or Guerrero Jr., they get a few more runs, but they need pitching help. So we're going to go to the playoffs. We know he hits 49 home runs. Let's play this out. And as we always do, we're going to have a playoff prediction. Drown your sorrows by betting away your Hound Biscuits. So in the division series, we got the Twins, Rays, Angels, Rangers. Great series there. Dodgers, Braves. Wow, that's going to be good. And Mets and Brewers. Okay, let's go to the final 4. No Cardinals this time. Usually the Cardinals make the playoffs. No Cubs. No Cincinnati. Oh, there is a Cardinals. Cardinals did make it as a wild card. No pun intended. Your final 4. Last week it was the Twins that won the World Series. So this week, is it going to be the Los Angeles Dodgers, who won Game 5 against the Braves? Is it going to be the underdog Brewers, who beat the Mets in 3 straight? Will it be the Twins, who swept the Tampa Bay Rays? Or will it be the Texas Rangers and get some synchronicity? They won the real life World Series and they won Game 5 against the Angels. All right, we'll give you 1 minute to bet here. Who wins this Matrix World Series? Yeah. Did he have a final ERA of 4.69? You can't write these things, guys. The only thing better is if Babe Ruth hit 69 home runs. That would have capped off the series tremendously. All right, let's sim ahead to the finals, the World Series. You got 30 seconds to place your Hound Biscuit bets. Got about 10 more minutes before we go into Dr. Dynastic. Don't forget TJ Lauerman tonight. If you missed the drops on Spore Stream today, go ahead and check out TJ Lauerman. I believe he's streaming tonight. I haven't seen anything otherwise. 9 p.m. Eastern on the official channel. And don't forget EVC with a special Guess the Set contest tomorrow at 10:45 Eastern, right before the TWIP show, as TWIP is going Wednesday this week instead of Thursday because of Thanksgiving. All right, let's sim to the World Series. I'm going Twins. I am going Twins over the Dodgers. It is the Twins Dodgers. So checking out the Hound Biscuits, 22% said the Dodgers, 73%, 97,000 Hound Biscuits were bet on the Rangers. Ouch. Only 7,500 bet on the Twins. So big payout coming if the Twins happen to win this. There you go. Let's go finish it off. Dodgers up 2-0, 3-0. Twins coming back at the end of the month. Save some suspense. Can the Twins come back? 3-2, and it is 4-2 for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Congratulations, EVC. I hope you can attend the virtual parade, which will be on Thursday. It's not the Macy's Day Parade. No. It's the Dodgers Matrix World Series Parade on Thursday. Let's check out the games of the World Series. 2-1 Dodgers, 3-2 Dodgers, 4-1, and then the Twins try a reverse sweep, 12-2, 6-1, before losing 3-1 in Game 6. Gonsolin goes 3-0 in the playoffs. Vesia with 8 saves. Vesia. And Tony Gonsolin is the player of the game. World Series MVP, Will Smith. All right, last thing we have to do is find out whether Mr. Ruth will win the Most Valuable Player Award. I don't think Pedro will win the Cy Young. Not with that ERA. At least not that Cy Young. Maybe on the website, whatever that website was. After Dark, Under the Covers, whatever that website was that I said I don't want to go to. Maybe he'll win that Cy Young. Just taking a quick peek at something here. All right, so let's pay out the Los Angeles Dodgers bettors. There you go. If you are one of the ones to bet on the Dodgers, let me know how much that gained you with all those bettors, all those bets on the Rangers winning. Here we go. Award time. Starting in the American League, the awards will go to MVP goes to Mr. Ohtani. Second MVP, Showtime. 17-9 as a pitcher. His batting stats hit 280 with 126 RBIs, which I think led the league. We didn't check that this week. Let's go check the league leaders. Oh, yeah, I think Babe's got MVP. Joey Gallo, 58 home runs. So Babe wasn't even in the top 5, but look at all the pictures of Babe. Yeah, I think he's a shoo-in for MVP. So Babe led in on-base percentage, average, slugging percentage, WAR, total bases. Not steals, though. I don't get it. Why didn't he lead in steals? Your Cy Young winner in the American League is Jacob deGrom with your Texas Rangers. Goes 23-6 with a 9.5 WAR. Yeah, that's a Cy Young year. Gunnar Henderson, just like in real life, is your American League Rookie of the Year, hitting .311 with a 7.4 WAR. 30 home runs for Gunnar, and Mr. Duran is your closer, your reliever of the year, finishing with 48 saves in 71 games. Yeah, look at that K-9 rate, 18.1, 146 Ks in 73 innings pitched. Blue Jays, can you bring him to your team, this version, please? In the National League, your MVP will be Babe Ruth. Yeah, no brainer there, 343 average. Look at all the categories at the bottom in red here that he led in the league. He led everything except OPS plus. Well, darn it. Who led OPS plus? I've got to know. I have to know. Oh, no, it shows he did. This doesn't show it in red. Your Cy Young winner is the aforementioned Spencer Strider, 19-8. Babe Ruth prevented him from winning game 20 Way to go. Way to play the spoiler, babe. And your rookie of the year is Vargas from the championship Los Angeles Dodgers. 289 average, 4.4 WAR, 30 home runs. He had the same amount of home runs as the rookie of the year in the AL, Gunnar Henderson. And Iglesias is your reliever of the year, notching 43 saves, a 2.19 ERA, and a 3.9 WAR. So Babe, winner of the MVP. All right, let me just save this up. Now we have to go and write some numbers down before we check the sheet. Got to write some numbers down. Babe Ruth, the best player on the team. Wonder if he did he sign a new contract here? No. He's probably going to test free agency. All right, Babe will finish with 49 home runs. He has 132 RBIs, 184 hits, 107 runs. The tiebreaker is 9.3 WAR. He won the MVP, and the other tiebreaker was Pedro, finishing with 16 wins. All right, we have everything we need. Will Who Trying a Ball win for the third week in a row? Again, if you missed it, Out of the Park Developments has a perfect point sale going on now, 30% or 30%. I don't know if it's 30% off or 30% more perfect points, but this is what they posted on their website, on their Twitter site. The autumn sale up to 30% off, perfect point sale. That is for 1 week only. Also, the new cards that Spore presented on stream today. If you missed it, go catch the VOD. Those are in packs now. Nicolino informed us a little earlier that they are live. All right, let's do this. Let's create. Let's shrink out a little bit here. All right, we need to create a filter. How many home runs? 40 to 49. Quite a few in contention there. How many RBIs? It was 132. Still quite a few. We've got Son of Brahms, Monterre Don. We got MV22, Sean Sull, Reb Jr., Rob Deer and Headlights. We got Lapalus and Boiler Nemo. Next, how many hits? 184. Narrowing it down to 6. There are your 6 finalists. Question number 4. How many runs for Babe Ruth? This will knock someone out. He had 107 runs. We are down to 4. MV22, Sean Soul 10, Lapalus, and Boiler Nemo. Boiler Nemo, TTC. Those TTC at the end always confuse me. Boiler Nemo, TTC. Will Babe win the MVP? One person said no. He did win it. MV, Sean, and Boiler. Final 3. So we go to the tiebreaker. The tiebreaker number 1 was how many wins will Pedro get without going over? He finished with 16. 4 people predicted 16. Was it one of these three? Two. Predict 16. And we go to the last question. Unfortunately, I wasn't watching the timer and the ad break kicked in. I swear I did not do this on purpose. Back after the ads finish. Here we are down to our final two. We've got MV22 and Sean Sol 10, our two finalists. They've got every question right so far. Going down to the last tiebreaker, what will Babe's final war be? And they are so close. They were 0.1 apart. Babe finished with a war of 9.3. So with that, we have our winner, and that is MV22. Congratulations, MV22, for taking the championship here. Sean Sol came in second there, so close. In fact, Sean, that was so close. I'm going to award you 5 packs for second place. That's like within a hair of being exactly the same. So Sean, 5 packs going your way, and MVP 10 packs going your way. The closest race we've had yet is in our last Matrix series in Washington. Yes, he definitely does deserve it. All right, so other winners of the contest today, we did do a few giveaways a little earlier. Enron, I did get your whisper. Thank you so much. Minerva, you won your 5 packs as well. So I've given out my allotted packs that I can this episode. Thank you guys for tuning in to Babe in his final, well, not really. His final, not really, series in the Matrix. He will be back one more time next Tuesday to finish it all off, and something coming up after that as well. We're going to send you over to Dr. Dynastic. Hope you have a wonderful day, and be kind to yourself, be kind to others. Thank you for those that followed today. It is a great day for baseball. Once again, Pops Dongoria, thank you for the 5 gift subs to the community. What a wonderful, wonderful individual. Laptop Pound signing off. We'll see you next episode. We're here for a good time, not a long time. So have a good time. The sun can shine every day. Don't go anywhere. We're heading over to the onesie vampire. We'll find out.
Isn't it a pity? And every year has a share of tears. Every now and then it's gotta rain. We're here for a good time, not a long time. So have a good time. The sun
See you next episode.
every day.